Hey everybody, welcome back to Art a la Carte. One of the more popular requests that I get on my channel for how to draw things in tutorial version is dogs. And I asked a couple people, what breed of dog would you like to see next? And I got a lot of suggestions, but above all, corgis seem to be one of the more popular breeds. And as I was researching this tutorial, I decided that corgis are so cute that I'm actually designing next month's sticker sheet, so the month of March exclusive sticker sheet, to be corgi related. So if you want to see what that sticker sheet looks like, make sure to stay tuned to the end of this video because I have a little bit more information about that. But for right now, let's jump into a tutorial on how to draw a corgi dog. Now this is a beginning tutorial, so it's for any art level, but specifically geared for beginning artists. If you can draw a circle or a triangle, with a little bit of practice can draw these corgis. I'm going to draw 3 different versions. I'm going to draw a face version, a side body view, and then the ever popular corgi bum view, which I think is the cutest. The only things you're going to need for this tutorial is some drawing paper, something to draw with like a pencil, preferably something that you can erase with. That way you can kind of keep your drawings nice and clean. The first step we're going to go with is one that probably makes most people frustrated, and that is drawing a circle. So if you look really closely here, you'll notice my circle is not super straight and pristine. Well, I guess circles aren't straight, but perfectly shaped. I go around it quite a few times before I get the shape that I want. After that, I'm going to go ahead and begin adding in my ears, which are large rounded triangle shapes. Once I get them in the way that I like them, I'm going to block the face off, meaning I'm going to put 2 different guidelines, one up and down and one side to side. The side to side line is where the eyes will go, and the up and down line is kind of the direction of the face. Now just below the eye line, I'm going to put a circle shape to block in for the nose. All of these are just blocked in shapes. I'm not getting into super big detail at this moment. The next step is to begin to shape that head circle into more of a corgi head circle, which means I'm going to bring down the sides a little bit to make it kind of look like a dough ball, rounded triangle fluffiness look. After that, I'm going to block in my eyes and work on my mouth. So for my mouth, I'm going to make a really sad little face. He looks like a sad corgi, and if you wanted to make a sad cartoon corgi, you could leave it at that. But I'm going to take that little bit of a sad meh and turn the edges up. And that gives me a really good mouth shape. Now here's a part you get to kind of customize on your own, whether you want your corgi's mouth open or closed. I'm going to go ahead and put my corgi's mouth open with a nice little tongue licking out, and then add in some teeth. Now if you want a scary looking animal, you can give them really sharp teeth, but if you round that triangle down to a soft little triangle tooth shape, it's kind of cute. So that's what I'm going to do there. Let's look at the ears and add in some extra details. So the ears are actually folding in a little bit, so I'm going to give a little bit of a line right down the center, and that just kind of gives the outside fold. And as I color it, you'll see that I'll color those 2 parts a little bit different. Now I'm going to add a little bit of jaggy lines to give my corgi kind of fluffy, floofy hair. It's up to you if you want a floofier corgi or a smoother, short-haired corgi. So everything is blocked in exactly the way I want it. And now I can begin to push those details a little bit more. So I'm going to define the eyes out. You can get as realistic as you want or as cartoony as you want with these. I'm staying a little bit more on the cartoony side with mine. If you want to do a little bit more realistic, I just recommend looking at some reference photos and building up from there. The nose shape I'm going to turn into an upside down rounded triangle shape. So the top part line is a lot wider than the bottom part of the nose. Now the patterns on a corgi's fur vary from dog to dog, but mostly they have this beautiful fur color with a white stripe or splotch on their nose. Sometimes it goes all the way up their forehead, sometimes it just kind of V's up there. So that's kind of for you to design how your corgis look. There are several different colored patterns for corgis, and I haven't done an extensive research on all the different kinds of corgis out there. The one I'm doing is the more, I guess, traditional one that I see the most, which is kind of the red or tawny fur with the white blaze on their face. If you draw your corgi as a different color type, I would love to see your pictures. Actually, I'd love to see anybody's pictures of their corgis. If you post them on social media, make sure to tag me in your photos, or you can also post them on my Facebook page or Twitter as well. I'm going to go ahead and ink my drawing in. I'm using what am I using today? Find what I'm using. I'm using a zebra ink pen. It actually comes from Japan. I really like this one. I use a lot of different types of ink pens, so whatever you want to use. I know a lot of artists even use just Sharpie markers, and that works. Whatever works good for you. But if you're interested in this ink pen in particular, I will leave a link to where I purchased my art supplies on Amazon, so you can check those out. Anytime I post any links to Amazon, they're my affiliate links, so by ordering using those links, you're helping me out as well. So win-win. Now comes the fun part where we're gonna add some color to our corgi dog. Now you can use crayons, markers, colored pencils, whatever you want. I'm going to use some markers, but first, before I start adding that color, is I'm going to begin erasing my guidelines. If you inked your drawing in first, give it a few minutes to dry. It's the worst thing. Well, I'm sure there's things that are worse than this, but it's so sad when you go to erase your ink drawing and the ink hasn't dried yet and you smudge your ink. So depending on what type of pen you use and how long it takes to dry, make sure you give it a good amount of time to set so that you don't smear that ink. So as I said, I'm going to use markers to add color to my corgi dog, but you could use whatever you want. And there we have our finished colored corgi. He's so cute. Now let's move on to our second corgi drawing, and this one is a side profile of the body of the corgi. So for this, I'm going to start off with a rectangle shape. So a rectangle is a square shape that's been stretched out, but I'm going to round the edges off so it's not super pointy. Then I'm going to use a circle shape for the head. When I draw that in there, I'm going to overlap that circle shape to the top corner of my rectangle shape. So there's a really good overlapping. Then again, I'm going to go back in with that rounded triangles for the two ears, and I'm going to use a kind of a rounded triangle for the nose. It kind of comes out as a straight line for the top part of the muzzle and then rounds in on the bottom. For the body, I'm going to simply curve that line around the rectangle and add in some little U shapes. 2 U shapes for the front legs and the back legs, and a really small U shape for his little tail. This one here might be a little bit more challenging than our first one, so if it takes you a couple of tries before you start getting it, don't get frustrated. Sometimes it takes me like 50 times to draw something before I start getting comfortable with it, and that's completely normal. So if you start drawing things and it doesn't turn out right, just know almost every artist faces that too, so you're not alone in that. Just keep drawing, don't give up, and you will slowly get better and better the more you practice this. Once you have the shape of your corgi done, just like I did before, I'm going to erase the lines I don't need and then begin adding in color and inking in my drawing. This corgi is really cute. In fact, I kind of wish I would have used this design in my sticker sheet. I do like to add a special bonus sticker to my packs when I send them out. So for the fairy sticker pack that I made last month, there was a special sticker in the back that everyone got. So I might turn this guy into a sticker as well. I haven't quite decided what the special bonus prize is going to be. So here is a peek at the actual corgi sticker pack that I have done for the month of March. These stickers are only available in my Etsy shop during the month of March, so they're kind of exclusive. I may be able to sell some of them at different conventions I have in the area, but if you want a chance to get one, don't miss out. So let's jump into our last corgi drawing, which is going to be the corgi bum. And for this one, I'm going to start off with the dough ball shape. So a dough ball shape is a round circle that has like a flat tire effect to it, kind of sags down a little bit. Then I'm going to use 2 circle shapes that are kind of like egg shapes for the little feet. Next, I'll add that U shape for the Corgi's tail with some little kind of zigzaggy lines for the bum fluff. I just think Corgi bums are really, really cute. I'll finish this up with a little bit of color, and then we've completed our 3 different Corgis. Again, I would love to see what you guys create and how you draw or color your Corgis. So make sure to share those photos. If not with me, make sure to share them with friends and family. Speaking of sharing, if you would like to share this video with other art friends that you might have, I would sure like that, or give this video a thumbs up. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you'll get updated every time I upload a new video. There you go, guys. This is the end of this video, but if there is something you would like to see in an upcoming tutorial, make sure to let me know in the comment section below. I absolutely love reading your guys' comments, so if you have anything you'd like to chat about, let's chat in the comments section. And as always, God bless you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Have fun drawing some awesome Corgis, and we'll see you in another art video. Bye-bye!